Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I am Nicole and I live here in India. And tonight I'm going to be watching a video from Beer Biceps Clips, the English one. And this is with Ranveer, as you guys know. And it's about whether or not Indians are healthier than Americans. The shocking truths. That's actually not the correct title of the video. The correct title of the video is Why Indians Are Healthier Than Americans. Doctor reveals shocking truths. I'm looking forward to seeing what this doctor reveals. And, this has actually been sort of a bone of contention between my husband and me. Obviously, I think Americans are super healthy people. And that's not necessarily true, guys. But I am interested in seeing what this guy has to say. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now, if you haven't already, please give me your like, please give me your subscribe, and let's go. Let's go.
I'm from a family of doctors. My mom literally never let me and my sister eat street food when we were kids. So my first street food experience happened in college. And I used to fall ill a lot in college. But now I don't fall ill anymore if I eat street food. My hypothesis is that my gut strengthened up between the ages of 18 and 22 in college when I started eating street food. And I see my mom falling ill a lot, even if she eats if she eats restaurant food.
Okay, I'm going to stop it here because I have something to say. My husband gets sick all the time. Any type of outside restaurant, even the restaurant that we go to like weekly, he'll come back and be ill the next day. And I have a stomach of steel. I can eat street food. I can eat hot, spicy food. I can eat at all kinds of restaurants. And I rarely fall sick. I have only been sick really just a very small amount of times since living in India the past almost 19 years. So, stomach of steel, people.
Even like once, twice a week, it's harsh on her body, She's not able to take it. Of course, there's an age factor, etc. But I personally...
There's an age factor with my husband as well.
I feel that in India, where we grow up, our guts become much stronger compared to a white boy or white girl who comes here and gets Delhi belly. The moment they eat chutney or the moment they drink water, something happens to their stomachs.
Correct.
So, you want to say anything about that?
You're trying to find an...
I will say this, that I talked to everyone when I first moved here, and everyone said, oh, you are going to lose 10 pounds so fast. And I did not lose 10 pounds. I might have gained 10 pounds. Maybe I might have done.
Argument to support yourself for your mom?
Yeah. See, mama. No, go on.
Auntie, he's asking me to say yes. But maybe in 18 to 22, that's where you had your change of lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
Right. You exercised more. You started doing this lemon chicken. Maybe protein was more, fiber was more, and maybe your gut bacteria started to change.
Yeah.
And that is something that you might have to think through as well.
Okay. But what about this outside eating thing when you're... And we'll get to a whole section on diet. But...
street foods.
Yeah. Or just generally living in India, living in an Indian city, you are exposed to a lot of rubbish here.
Absolutely.
But on some level it's harming you, but on some level it's also...
It's good. It's good. It's absolutely good. Because the exposure to the microbes you'll never get in US. How do you get it? There is the infectious diseases that is available, that is prevalent in India is not even close to what is available in US. Okay, and yes, it is bad, right? Let's say severe tuberculosis, that's bad. But all these chota, small viruses, it's okay to be sick. And the biggest thing is, please, let me look at the audience and say, if you are having a fever, please don't take antibiotics right and left. Okay, only if it is absolutely indicated. Nowadays,
I'm going to stop because I want to say that this is so true. Here in India in particular, they're so easy to get, and antibiotics should not be taken like that. And they should not be taken just for, fevers and things like that. And we are really causing some major, major things happening in terms of, the medication not working and things when you are constantly taking antibiotics and having to take stronger and stronger and stronger ones. And there are now viruses and things that cannot be cured with an antibiotic, and that is scary.
Even when there is IPL fever, they're taking antibiotics.
What does antibiotics change in your gut?
You remember the 100 trillion firewalla cracker?
Yeah.
Right from the oral cavity to the anal orifice, 50% is gone.
Yeah.
It blasts your digestive system.
It does.
It blasts the bacteria, good and bad both.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of time to repopulate again.
How long?
Maybe it depends upon individual, right? Sometimes if you have a good lifestyle before, maybe like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Sometimes if you're bad to start with, it might even take 3 to 6 months. It's that bad.
Usually when someone's prescribing antibiotics, they also give a probiotic, I believe. How much does a probiotic help?
Probiotic, that's a very different story, but that doesn't help that much. That doesn't help that much. That's the story. Yes, it does help a little bit, but not that much. Remember, 100 trillion, 50 trillion is gone. Probiotic is not going to replace 50 trillion. Okay. The better way is to, if it is a viral fever, you don't need antibiotics at all.
No.
I did a reel on my channel that I went to a pharmacy store in Chennai. And I said, I need Augmentin. And Augmentin is a stronger antibiotic, right? Yeah. It's not amoxicillin. Amoxicillin is the number one antibiotic that you give for any pneumonia or anything like that, right? Augmentin is for an antibiotic where amoxicillin is not working. It's an even powerful antibiotic. So amoxicillin kills 50 trillion. Augmentin might kill 75 trillion. In US, you cannot even get amoxicillin without a prescription.
No.
You cannot walk into a store and get amoxicillin.
That's not just in the US, that's everywhere. And, in everywhere, like that's in Europe and in other countries, you cannot walk into a pharmacy and pick up any type of antibiotic. In fact, in a lot of countries like Germany, for instance, you have to be dying almost to get an antibiotic. They will let you go on and on and on. Actually, when you should probably be given an antibiotic, they won't give you one. They will make you suffer until for forever. Like it's really bad, but I think there has to be a balance. Yeah. But in India, there is no balance. You can really get whatever you want.
Here, I showed to the audience that you can even get Augmentin easily without a prescription. Okay. What is happening is the biggest epidemic, Ranveer, is not COVID. 10 years from now, it's going to be multi-drug resistant bacteria.
Yeah, you're saying there's going to be new bacteria, new diseases that come up.
A bacteria that is resistant to antibiotics. It's called superbug.
Superbugs.
It's become resistant to antibiotics because
we use them
human bodies just don't accept antibiotics anymore.
So what happens is when we take antibiotics, the bacteria is smart. So you are... It's like, Ramayana, Mahabharata, you have about, this is a bow and arrow that's coming. I know I have a shield now. So amoxicillin, I know what to do. So the bacteria forms a shield. So your bow and arrow is not working. So then what do? You go up and then you bring a gada and then you just break open. Then now there's another shield for gada as well. And there is this patient, 35-year-old pneumonia patient. Pneumonia. He died.
Yeah.
Because he had probably done so much antibiotic-based treatment that his body just became immune to antibiotics.
And this bacteria called Acinetobacter baumannii, we tried so many antibiotics, nothing worked. And it is not that he did it. It might be other people. So you taking an antibiotic for yourself is not, people may say it's my body, I can do whatever you want. No, that's not true. You are damaging the community because that antibiotic resistance is going to get out of you to somebody else.
What?
So the bacteria that is in your body, which is resistant to all these things, can get transmitted to other people as well.
Damn. So if one family member is taking antibiotics regularly, it's affecting the gut bacteria in their kids' bodies, in their husband, wife's bodies.
And then they can transmit it to other people where then treating them is going to be very difficult. So it's just a ticking time bomb. A ticking time bomb. And there is this notion in India that only if a doctor gives antibiotics, he's a good doctor.
Why?
Because the fever will be gone right away.
No, but why is this notion there in the first place?
At least when I grew up, it was like that. Even it is now, because there is this tendency that, okay, I need some medications to cure my body. That's not true. Your body is so smart. It'll be able to take care of itself. I always say that if you have a fever, if you take antibiotics, it will go away in 3 days.
Okay.
If you don't take antibiotics, it'll go away in 72 hours.
So TRS Clips has all sorts of videos and all sorts of...
Okay, so I have no idea why we were in like a antibiotic discussion when the name of this video was why Indians are healthier than Americans. This isn't for me a video that really talked about why Indians are healthier than Americans. Actually, this highlights why Indians may not be healthier actually in general with the amount of antibiotics that they take here. So it's an interesting look, but I think maybe going back and seeing the original full video might give a little bit more perspective too. So this is just a clip of, probably a much longer discussion. And I would like to see maybe what they have, what else that doctor has to say. So, but really very informative. I knew most of this because I know about these types of things. Just being a mom, I've done my research and I'm trying to make sure that I am not giving my kids these types of medications, and I'm not taking them myself whenever I don't need to, because it really is, these superbugs are really scary. And he's right, it might not be a COVID in 10 years, it could be a superbug that wipes out everybody, and that's really dangerous. Something to think about. So if you like the content, please do give a like and please give a subscribe. If you'd like to see me react to something else, please put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I love you and bye-bye.